Yo, what's brackin' gamers? It's your boy Xiiphos here, bringing you guys another Apex video and my first video of Season 1 officially. So today, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 10 updated best weapons for Season 1. I made a video on this a while back when the game was first coming out, but honestly I disagree with a lot of the things that I said on that, and the meta has changed a lot. There's been a couple balance changes with the weapons, so we're going to make another one here. I'm going to be letting you guys know what you want to be using in Season 1 to dominate the competition. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off at number 10, we're going to have the Devotion LMG. Now on my last list, the Devotion I had at number 8, but I have just liked it a little less, but I still think it deserves a spot on the top 10 because it can definitely melt, especially if you find the turbocharger. It's not as good at range because it kicks a little bit, but you can almost treat it like an SMG up close, and it just melts people. So I'm going to be a little quicker with most of the stuff in this list today because most of you guys know what all the guns do by now unless you're just starting to play, which is totally fine. But I'm not going to do like a total in-depth explanation of what all the weapons do right now. I'm just going to say like how I feel about them, what I like to use on them, and yeah, pretty much just why I put it at that spot. So we're going to move right into number 9, which is the Longbow. Now, Longbow didn't make it on my last top 10 list, but I have slowly grown to like it a little more over time, and it can definitely be really good on the days when I'm feeling accurate, but other days I am not so much, and just hitting kids for like 40 damage in the legs, and it gets a little annoying. But on those good days, the Longbow is really nice. You can put skull piercing on it too, which makes it really nice for the headshots. I like to put a 2x4 sight on that bad boy, that one that kind of zooms in but doesn't zoom in too much. So that's really what makes the Longbow really good in my opinion. You can hit people in the head from a pretty good distance. So yeah, Longbow there at number 9. And now number 8, we're gonna go with the Hemlock. So the Hemlock was actually at number 5 in my last video, and when the game first came out, it was actually my favorite gun in the game. But it has moved down quite a bit for me because it's just pretty inaccurate in burst mode. And in single fire mode, it's a lot better on PC because you can click faster, but it's harder to get your trigger finger going on the console, and some people just don't have very good trigger fingers in general. Kind of like me, I don't have the greatest trigger finger, not terrible by any means, but I can't shoot the Hemlock as fast as I would really like to, and yeah, a lot of other guns just melt faster, just to be real. But it is pretty accurate in the single fire mode at range, and it's good to get some chip damage on people before rushing in. So that's going to bring us to number 7, which will be the Prowler. Now, Prowler was at number 9 in my last video, but I actually like the Prowler a lot more now, and I still have it at number 7, but I honestly prefer it over 5 and 6 usually because, spoiler alert, those are going to be the 2 shotguns. But I'm just not awesome with shotguns. Most people do like them though, so that's why I put them up higher on the list, because if you're accurate, they are pretty good for most people in general, but some days I'm just really not feeling a shotgun, and other days I am. But the Prowler, honestly, is pretty awful when you get it just right away. It only has a 20 round magazine, and it shoots in 5 round bursts, so it'll run out of ammo really fast, and just not ideal for most situations. But if you get an extended mag on there and the select fire attachment, you can change it to full auto, and it can hold up to 35 bullets in a magazine, and it just melts people. Honestly, the only downside of that is that you can't put a barrel stabilizer on the Prowler, so it's a little inaccurate at range, but honestly it doesn't have that much recoil in general once it's in the auto mode. So moving now into the number 6 spot, I'm going to put the Peacekeeper here. The Peacekeeper was in my number 3 spot in my first video on this, and I didn't even have the EVA in it at all. Actually, I'm just going to talk about both shotguns right now. So Peacekeeper number 6, EVA at number 5. So hate me if you want, but I do like the EVA better. The Peacekeeper is just so inconsistent, and honestly the EVA is too, but it's more forgiving with its fire rate. It's honestly a lot better for me to hit people with the EVA for 7, like 10 times, rather than hitting them with the Peacekeeper once for 10 damage, and then you gotta cock it back again, and yeah, it's just not great in that situation. But usually you can get more damage than just 10 and 7. So Yeah, that's pretty much the shotguns for you. Pretty inconsistent, but can be pretty deadly. That's why I have them at the 5 and 6 spots and not ahead of anything else, because a lot of the faster shooting guns kind of dominate in this game right now because they're just pretty consistent. So, I keep saying "so" a lot in a weird voice. So, I see. Okay, I'm going to try to stop saying "so" more often. Less. I'm confusing myself. We're gonna try to stop saying "so." And at number 4, is that right? Yes, number 4. We're gonna have the Wingman. Now, I definitely did not give the Wingman enough love in the first video that I made, because it was arguably the number 1 gun in the game at that time, and it was a little bit before I'm making this video. But after the nerf, I think they did a pretty good job nerfing it, honestly, and I would put it at number 4 now. It just doesn't really melt people like it used to. The headshot damage doesn't do as much, and it doesn't shoot as quickly. But the Wingman's still really, really good. It's still pretty consistent. It does some good damage from long or far range. So Wingman's still a great choice, but it's just not as overpowered as it used to be. It's brought back in line with the other weapons now, which I think is a good thing. And then at number 3, we're gonna have the R99 SMG. This thing is an absolute shredder. It's just your basic shoot really fast SMG. So it only holds 18 bullets in the clip off the rip, which is the biggest downside to it. But with that purple extended mag, you can get 30, and that usually seems to do the trick to melt somebody as long as you're accurate. It really doesn't even have terrible recoil too, especially just if you're keeping it close range, which is what you should do with that. Yeah, it's really good for rushing with like Octane now, or with Bangalore, any of those fast-paced, aggressive people. Yeah, it's honestly probably my favorite gun to use, even though I don't think it's the best. Yeah, I think honestly the recoil is the only downside from range, but up close, it's my favorite gun to use. Now at number 2, we're gonna have the Spitfire. So Spitfire, I said "so" again, but the Spitfire is an LMG, so it holds a lot of ammo, and it actually does pretty good damage with a really good fire rate. So there's almost no downsides to the Spitfire, to be honest, except for the number 1 spot, which you're gonna guess just melts a little faster as long as you're accurate. It's kind of a higher risk, high reward weapon, because
right here.
it doesn't hold as much ammo as the Spitfire, but you can get that insta schmelt on people. So
I got one of them.
Okay, I give up on not trying to say "so." The number 1 spot, you guys probably guessed it, the R301 carbine. Maybe it's not your favorite, but by now you probably guessed that that's what it's going to be. So R301, you know who it is, the king of Apex Legends. Do I even have to explain? Because I'm not going to. I'm done with this commentary. That's my top 10 weapons. Let me know what your top 10 weapons are, or maybe not your top 10, because that's a lot. That's a lot to rate. So I'll see you guys in the comment section. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this list. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great, splendid afternoon and evening. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. There's a blue shield here. Oh shoot. I only hit him once, but he's backing up. Yeah, I'm doing a portal into this building after I pick you up. Take this portal and we're done.
There's Superman. I see we just back up.
I got one of them here. They're on me now though.
There you go. I'm on my way back down.
Okay. He's resin.
Got one's outside the door.
It's coming in weak. Threw an arc star in there. Oh, one's on me here. Oh, they're all on me. Ouch. Nice. I'm trying to mid. Oh, right. One's right here, too. Please let me mid. Yes. Nice. You got the res off? Let's go, baby.
Nice.
That was stressful. Ah, I got naded over here.
I'm not ready to fight.
They're still kind of far away. They're in this thing.
They're supering us when we're inside.
Yeah. Bold strategy. Still hitting you there.
Yeah, just watch your window.
Bastards. Oh my. These damn loot boxes, dude. I swear.
One's pushing. Hit him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's on us here. Knocked one. Bangalore. Got her too.
Oh, that's you. How far out were they?
Oh, right here. So weak.
Just coming out.
Let's go, man. Too easy. I'm gonna do a portal so we can back up. Yeah, they're here for sure.
Sound like ready.
One just went inside. Wow, shredded her. She only has white armor.
Hit one.
Nice. They're all inside here. I don't know what they're thinking. Okay. They were not great.